First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, and double honors unto the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to you brothers out there that's listening and learning and growing in the faith. Shalom to you, and shalom to the sisters as well that's supporting the ministry. All right. I just want to comment on this article from Zero Hedge. Russia's new combat suit gets a nuke-resistant upgrade. It says here, Russia's new combat suit is getting a major upgrade. With threats of nuclear warfare pending in important regions of the globe, the nuclear-resistant watch was a necessary addition to the futuristic fight suit designed by the former Soviet Union. According to Newsweek, citing Rostec, the Russian defense contractor building the suit, the third-generation Ratnik 3 suit comprises 5 integrated systems. Those subsystems include life support, command and communication, engaging protection, and energy-saving systems. According to TASS, a Russian state-owned media, this could be the most advanced combat suit on the planet. All right. Let's see if we can have a look. It looks like it's got exoskeleton and all that. So these people are preparing for war. You know, their technological advances in depth is growing by the day. But that's all right, because the Lord wants the Esau and these various nations to use these instruments of death upon themselves as punishment. And pursuant to what Jeremiah the 30th chapter, scriptures speak about the time of Jacob's trouble. Daniel's the 12th chapter speak about a time of tribulation that there was none like it ever before, and neither shall be thereafter. Ezekiel 21:9 tells you about the sword being sharpened, man, and how it's going to come down upon the people of the Lord. All right, these Edomites, these nations, man, they getting ready to engage in some serious death dealing, and 2/3 of you Israelites, the ones of you who aren't faithful, the ones of you who do not have this gospel, who are not under the blood of Yahweh Shai, man, you are going to be caught up in this mass death, which is going to kill you and a host of heathens. Simple as that. All right. Hey, because when World War III reaches boiling point, because World War III began years ago, okay, Russia and America have been fighting each other via proxy for decades, and it died down a little, and during the 2000s that we're in, the last decade or so, is heating back up again, and it's gonna reach boiling point. And what boiling point represents when these nations fight each other directly, and they start utilizing these technological advances in death that they've been developing all these decades. All right, and a lot of you Israelites, you're going to be drafted into these different armies, and you're going to fight and die. A lot of you are going to be civilians and still die, because civilians die in war, soldiers die in war. A lot of you going to die by the sword, a lot of you going to die by the famine. All right, and let's get 2 Ezra 16:21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Because a lot of people ain't worrying about how they're going to eat. They're more likely worrying about how they're going to afford the next mobile phone. But the time's going to come where the mobile phone ain't going to be your issue. Buying the new edition of Jordans isn't going to be your heartache. Your heartache is going to be where the hell you going to get the next meal from, or how you going to survive turning the next corner. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. Yeah, a lot of you Israelites, or a lot of you heathen, you're going to die by way of starvation. And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. You know, you're going to die by the gun, by the biological weapon, by the chemical weapon, by the mace, by the knife. by the rock to the side of the head, by the missile. All right. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. And that only happens in periods of mass death. See, right now, you ain't gonna walk up and down the streets of London and just see a dead body lying there in the street. And if it is there, it ain't gonna be there for long, because you got a system that's set up to deal with dead. In fact, most people ain't ever seen a dead body. You know, because dead bodies, you hardly find a dead body just lying around. People die in hospital, or they die at home, and then they have a system with ambulances and whatnot come and collect that body, and it gets put through the funeral service system. But what happens when you have mass death is that system can't work. There's not enough space or room to maneuver within that system to deal with these bodies. So what ends up happening is bodies get left where they are, or they get gathered up like pooper scooper and thrown in a big mass burial pit. And that's what you're going to see happening. You're going to see dead bodies, man. Instagram models bust up and blow it up, laying out there on the side of the street. Take a picture of that, Snapchat that. That's what's going to happen. A lot of you people are going to be laid out on the side of the street with a dog tearing away at your face, man, trying to consume your body, with a bird pecking away at your face, man. You're going to be like, excuse my language if you get emotional, but the word shit is just for a German derivative, okay? And feces is Latin, okay? You're going to be like pieces of shit that nobody cares about on the side of the road. All right? Because most of your family's probably laying up next to you. Or they're worrying about their life. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. Ain't nobody gonna come and dress your body and all that shit. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Yeah, when this great war begins, these proud ass cities that, you know, the hustle and bustle and the music and all this, that's gonna be turned to naught, man. There's going to be a lack of food. There's going to be a lack of peace. There's going to be death. There's going to be destruction. There's missiles blowing up apartment buildings and all that. Like you people from London, hardly any of you alive now will remember the Blitz. Go look up videos on the Blitz. Go look at what happened to Berlin during World War II. The same thing is going to happen. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. Right? Meaning there's going to be mass depopulation. That don't mean that there ain't going to be nobody left, literally. But it's poetic. There's going to be hardly anyone left compared to the masses of people that are on the planet right now. The tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grape shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. And that's going to begin the healing process of the earth. The earth is going to be so depopulated that many areas of the earth for thousands of years are going to be uninhabited, and that's going to allow nature to heal itself. All right, because for the first 1,000 years, the majority of people are going to be in the land of Israel, building up the earth from the land of Israel. And then after, they're going to be released back into their lands that they were given as an inheritance to build up their lands. Okay, except for Esau. Esau is going to be exterminated. All right, for of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field, meaning a small number. It doesn't literally mean 10 or literally mean 2. It just represents a small number, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. As in the orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives, or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and her paths shall grow full of thorns. Yeah, the earth is going to consume up all these roads and everything. The earth is going to consume it, break it down, and everything is going to go back to the beginning point. And then we're going to have to start again, right? Because no man shall travel there through. Because it's like if you get a footpath and no one travels down that footpath, what happens? The wild consumes that footpath. That's what's going to happen. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars, their bridegrooms shall be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of the famine. And you look up World War II. Hardly anyone that was veterans that entered into World War II survived to the end of the war. In fact, so many people died through the weapons of destruction that they had in World War II at the beginning of the war. That's why they had to have a draft, because a lot of people are going to be dying straight away. They ain't going to make it. So they're going to have to bring in more rookies. Hey, there's going to be a lot of dead people in the first week of World War III. You watch. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers. That's why they're going to have a draft. Right? I want to jump down. All this is good. I might have to go into this another time because I got to go work. But all that is good, man. But I want to... Okay, I just want to get this point. For yet a little while, and iniquity shall be taken away out of the earth, and righteousness shall reign among you. Let not the sinner say that he hath not sinned. Yeah, because that makes you a liar. For the Most High shall burn coals of fire upon his head, which saith before the Lord and his glory, I have sinned not. If you're an Israelite, you got to humble yourself, acknowledge and confess your sins to Yahweh Shai, man. All right, you got to confess your sins. You got to humble yourself and learn of Yahweh Shai. That's how you're going to be delivered in these times. All right. Now, the ones of you who don't fear the Lord, who aren't humble, who don't acknowledge your sins, who justify yourself according to the flesh and according to your own word, you're going to be destroyed. Point blank, period. All right. But for those of you who fear the Lord and fear these things, which I'm telling you are going to come upon the face of the earth, hey, it would behoove you to listen to the men of the Lord, listen to the prophets, beginning with the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, because they were set up to teach you of Yahweh Shai, man, and to make you wise unto salvation. All right, that's how it works. Other men are going to teach you of Yahweh Shai. And then you learn, and if the Spirit's on you, you go and teach other men of Yahweh Shai and bring forth fruit. Matthew 11:29. Let me start with 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, which is this truth, this knowledge, this walk, this path, this fight, and learn of me. Yeah, learn of Yahweh Shai, learn of these scriptures. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So take the Lord's yoke upon you, and take upon you his burden, lest you be destroyed. Because seek ye the Lord while the evil days come not, because we don't know at what hour the Lord's going to close those doors of mercy and open up all wrath upon this earth. But we know that it could be any day. So it's best to get ready today. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.